Brandon and I took possession of our new house that we just purchased on Monday. So I'm about to head over there. This week is painting, getting rid of wallpaper that is on like the top of the kitchen walls, and just kind of getting everything ready for us to move larger things in on Friday. So it's Monday today. We're getting all of this, as much as we can, done this week. Welcome to our new kitchen. We just moved all the boxes out of our cars and into the garage to discover that the previous owners left a ton of stuff, including garbage, in the garage. And we also just took a look out in the outbuilding, and there's also a bunch of stuff in there. We're choosing to ignore that right now and focus on the project that we came to do tonight, which is getting rid of this, I personally think, very ugly wallpaper. So I looked up this morning how to get rid of it, and essentially, supposedly you could just spray vinegar and water and let it soak for just a second and it should come right off. So that is the hope. Brandon just ran home because we have dinner here, but we forgot utensils in order to eat it with. We also didn't bring any water with us or garbage bags, and we kind of need some garbage bags right now. This is how the wallpaper is going. The actual wallpaper itself is coming off pretty easily, like in one piece basically, but all of the glue is having to be scraped off. So that's what I'm working on right now. This is our kitchen area that then goes off to a nice little patio outside, and then we do actually also have an outbuilding outside that has full utilities to it. It's just not finished yet, so I'm very excited to put a home gym in there. Hello, I need my mic. Where'd my mic go? There's my mic. Like I was saying, it is Wednesday afternoon now. I just got to the house. Today, I am about to start taping the baseboards in my office, which I'm going to show you guys in a second, because we're painting everything basically. So this is a 3-bedroom house, and this bedroom is going to be my office, and then Brandon's going to also have a separate office, which is really fun because that means that we each get to decorate it like however we want. So I'm so excited to be decorating in here. My goal for the evening is to finish taping the baseboards right here. So the way that we've been doing that is we've been going along with some strips of this blue painter's tape and then just a little bit putting it onto the wood and then pushing it down underneath this. That way we can have a nice clean line without painting the carpet. And then as you guys can see, we have this really poorly done paneling in here. As you can see, this was done super poorly. It's falling off the wall, so I'm just gonna rip all of it off and then just paint underneath it. I'm probably gonna have to sand this line because they did not paint all the way. I don't know what color I'm gonna paint this wall right now. I do have some samples that I can show you guys though. JK, I have no idea where those paint samples are, which is the story of my life right now because we're currently living out of 2 houses essentially. So I don't know where anything is. I just got to our new house. I spent the entire morning working on Lemonade posts because I am so behind on all of my content creation for Lemonade because we have just been here every afternoon this week. Felt good to get some of that done. I did just put some more paint samples on the wall, and I literally don't know what to paint these walls. I am so frustrated by picking colors. I tried doing the whole color matching thing with our couch, and the color that I ended up picking out just looks white. It's that one that is right there. And I feel like that one right there, you guys can't really see the colors, but that one right there is a little bit too warm. I don't like that one because it's basically gray. And then that one is another sample of this, but it's only one coat of it. I'm just feeling really frustrated. I just want to paint the walls white, but are they gonna get dirty if I just paint them white? I don't know. And I definitely want to add color eventually, but right now I just kind of want a blank slate. But is that crazy of me just to paint the walls white? But anyway, we are moving all of our big stuff over today. So last night Brandon and I got all of that together at the rental so that when our friend comes with the trailer, we can just grab and go. And then we're gonna basically be living at our house with just a bed. This is what this room is looking like right now. The wallpaper is officially off. We did buy a sander. Let me show you guys the sander that we got. So this is the sander that we ended up picking up, Black & Decker one, and it was only like 50 bucks. And it honestly works super well. It has a little dust trap, so as you're sanding, it sucks up the dust and puts it in here, which is great, so there's not dust everywhere. And then you can just buy pads to replace it with. So I obviously did the borders of the kitchen where we used to have the wallpaper with this. And then let me teach you guys about the other conundrum we're having. So we want to paint all of our baseboards white just because I don't like wood. I mean, I like wood, I just don't like this wood. If it was a lighter wood, that would be great, but I just don't like the staining on this, so solution is to paint. Unfortunately, when we paint without sanding, this is how the primer ends up on the first coat. So in order to actually get this painted, we would have to put tons and tons of coats on, so we don't really want to do this. So the option is to sand. Unfortunately, there's ridges on this, as you can see, which makes sanding it really, really hard because you can get this part really well, but you can't get in here really well. So I am trying to find some kind of sanding thing that will get in here. And there's nothing in stores around here that seems to be working. This little thing from Menards yesterday, and it like makes it possible to get in there. So that is kind of where we're at with sanding all of that. My face is so red right now because it's not very air conditioning in here. Brandon talked to his friends at work and they painted their baseboards white, and they said that you basically just have to like go through and kind of rough it up. But like, I really want to make sure that like, if we're painting it white, I want the paint to stick really well. I want it to look really good. I want it to look seamless and finished and nice. So I'm just concerned if we don't sand it well, that we're gonna have that issue. And it of course would be easier to do if we took all the baseboards off and sanded them. But we're worried about damaging the walls if we do that. So then it's like, do we just buy new baseboards? But then that's really expensive. I think right now what we're gonna do is just do the best we can to sand the baseboards and then go through and paint them. We did paint a section here that I was able to sand fairly well. And I feel like that actually looks pretty good. I might end up doing another coat on that. I don't know. But I think it looks pretty good. Also, this is that like close to white color. It literally looks white exactly. This is 2 coats of that right now. So I don't know, we might end up going with that. I just feel like it's not as warm toned as I want it to be, but like I keep reminding myself, we're gonna be in this house for a long time, so it's not like we have to make all of these decisions super quickly. I think that Brandon and I are both the kind of people that want to be settled like instantaneously. Like literally when we've moved into our past 2 rentals, we have everything set up, put away and in its place within like 2 days. And realistically, that is not going to be the case for this house, and we just have to accept that. It is Saturday now. I have not filmed a single clip other than me sanding because that's what I've been doing the entire day. I started listening to an audiobook and I'm like 5 or 6 hours in at this point, I think. But another thing that we did do today was tear off the paneling that was in the office that's going to be my office, and we discovered this very, very ugly walls. So I don't know if this was a kid's room at some point or if someone just went crazy with some sponges, but we have this glorious painted wall, and then it's purple over there, and it's pink over here, and it's yellow over here, and then we have a yellow chunk, and then we have the gray chunk that was originally visible. We also have tons of holes in the walls, which is what all of this puttying is. So that's another thing that we've been doing today. I feel like this looks like Neapolitan ice cream right there. We got strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate. So we're making progress as far as that goes. Like I said, I have been sanding all day. I am completely done with the hallway and then also with the living room. And then we still have to do all of the actual rooms, including the kitchen. We also pulled off the wood panel that was right here and discovered that there's wallpaper underneath all of this. I do wish that people had not painted over it, but what right now Brandon is spackling over the top of this. And then we're gonna sand it down. That way there's not like an ugly line right here when we paint over it. We also took off all of the doors and have those in our outbuilding right now, and we took off all of the hinges and doorknobs so that we can sand those down and paint those white. We're going with, did we actually go with Ultra, what was it called?
Extra White by Sherwin-Williams.
Extra White by Sherwin-Williams. We wanted to get some good quality paint to make sure that it stays on our baseboards and everything really well. So we got 5 gallon of a primer. So this is the Sherwin-Williams all-purpose power primer. And then we went with the Showcase Sherwin-Williams Ultra White is what it's called.
Extra White.
No, it's Ultra White. But before we start actually painting, we have to finish all of the patching of holes, which is pretty much done at this point, but we need to sand that before we actually go back and paint. And then at that point, we will be able to take our shop vac and vacuum up everything that I have sanded off, as well as anything that falls off when we sand the walls. And then at that point, we can finally start to actually paint. It is Monday. This is week 2 of us being in our new house. This is obviously not our new house because we're still living here until we get our water softener, which is scheduled to be able to be picked up on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. We still have a bunch of food here and a bunch of other kitchen things, but we're really only making breakfasts and lunches here. So I brought some boxes from the new house that I unpacked. I unpacked our cups and our plates and whatnot out of these. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw more of our kitchen stuff in here. It's largely just food, but there's a few things that I do want to grab. That way when we go over tonight, we can take that with us because we have a ton more work to do, which of course I will let you guys know once we get to the house what we're doing this week. But for now, I'm gonna pack. I also want to put together Brandon and I's lunches for tomorrow. That way when we come home tonight, we just can shower and then go to bed because we've been staying at the new house until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then immediately coming home, showering, and going to bed. So that's my life right now. Work and go to the house and do a bunch of projects.
For dumpster rentals, press 3.
Made it over to the house, and our first task for the evening is to wipe down the walls. We spent the entire day yesterday finishing up sanding everything. Brandon went through and sanded all of the walls to get all of the spots that we puttied all smooth, and then also just to give the wall a nice texture for us to go ahead and paint on. And then I finished up the baseboards yesterday. Literally spent the entire weekend just sanding baseboards, and it was kind of horrible, but they are all done. But before we paint, we just want to make sure that everything is wiped down well, so we're just going through with some water and vinegar, just wiping all the walls.
Oh shit, yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, you can like stand there and just sand all day and it doesn't look like it's sanded at all. Okay, we finished wiping down the bedroom walls and baseboards, and now I'm going through and caulking the baseboards. I don't know if they would have heard that or not, but there's just several spots on the baseboards that are kind of coming away from the wall just a little bit and just some gaps. So we just want to make it look nice and fresh and clean looking. So we're going through and caulking all of them. I watched a video that kind of gave me some tips because I've never done this before, and basically the guy's tips were to cut the tip of this at a 45-degree angle and just cut off absolutely the tiniest bit so that only just a little bit comes out, and then basically just run it along the baseboards and just come out just the tiniest bit, and then run your finger along it to smooth it out, and then go through if there's any gaps still and do that again until there's no more gaps. And yeah, I basically just have to do that on the entire house. So we'll see how much we get done tonight. It is, what time is it? 8 o'clock. We just finished for the night. I finished caulking the master bedroom and then Brandon's office, other than a section that we're gonna have to get a nail gun to nail the board back onto the wall because it's coming off so badly. We're done. I'm very tired. My back hurts from caulking. Wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It actually looks really, really good with it caulked now. So tomorrow we should be able to start painting, which I'm so excited for because I don't like the colors in some of these rooms, especially this room. It's so dark in here. Not a fan. It's the next day now. We're back at the house. Brandon actually had some extra time today and his mom came over and they got so much done. So I was here this morning and just finished up some of the caulking and then I had to go to work. But guys, I gotta show you the back bedroom, the master bedroom. Look how much better it looks in here. Dark walls are gone. This is just the primer and you can very obviously still see the color of the walls behind, but oh my god, I'm so excited for this to be light and bright. Makes it so much nicer in here. just got to the new house and I wanted to show you guys an Amazon package that we got in yesterday before I start painting in here. So we got a few different things for the house. These are gonna be our new cabinet hardware for the kitchen. So basic black from Amazon, super cheap there. I don't remember how much it was, but I'll have these linked down below. We got a pack of, I don't even know how many are in here, but enough to do the entire kitchen. And I wanted to say it was like around $30 or something like that. And then we also got new outlet covers for all of the outlets. So we got the outside cover and then also the actual little thing that goes on the inside. I have no idea what this is called. But most of the ones in here are yellow, like that really off-white yellow, doesn't look very clean and crisp. So we got new ones of these to replace all of them. I don't even remember what this is. I know it's something for our doors though. What is it? Hinges. So we got new door hinges. All the ones that are on there right now are either, the ones I'm looking at right now are painted or they're like just a brass color. So we're going with black for all of the hardware. So we wanted those to match. Comes with screws. I think there's 30 in here, so that will do 10 doors, which I think is just enough to do the whole house, which is great. And then the other day at Lowe's, Brandon picked up a bunch of these door stops. So we have these in our current rental and I really like them. They go on the hinge and then essentially create like a little corner stop. So it stops the door from the corner of the door on the hinge instead of having one of those ones that fits into your baseboard, the like little spring things. I call them doings because that's what they sound like, you know? But I like these a lot better because they look a lot more seamless. They'll match the hinges and then you don't have like a weird annoying thing that you're kicking and your pets are playing with and whatnot.